All right, been a while since I've done one of these. So I just wanted to get on here and show you guys a few stocks that I got my eye on, few trades I think are worthy. And yeah, let's get to it. So here we have AEM. This is a non-energy minerals, precious metals. Um, this goes with XLB, which is the material sector, and this is it right here, as you can see, has made all-time highs, but this one still hasn't. This is a 3-month chart. This is a quarterly chart. I always do it. I look at the quarterly, the monthly, the weekly, the 2-month, 2-week. If you notice here, I have these numbers under the bars: a 2, a 3, a 1, a 2, a 2, a 3, a 2, a 2, a 2, a 1. And over here, they're not. This is just a regular chart, and this is the chart I use with the indicator, the strap, which is what I use to trade. So yeah, AEM. It's an XLB, which is the materials sector. And as you can see, it's making all-time highs. This one still hasn't gotten there, and we got some room to go. So I wanted to take a look at this one. All right, so here on the quarter, last quarter was a 3, meaning we took out the lows and we took out the highs of the previous quarter, right? So this is our current quarter, which ends in April. April 1st, the new quarter starts right there. You see, April 1st, the new quarter starts. We're currently inside on this quarter. We're a 1. The R side, you can see as price came down, the R side pretty much stayed right there about 50, which is a good sign. That's what you want to see. If you notice over here when price came down, look what the R side did. The R side also came below 50. The R side came below 50 here, and you see how price came down. Now, this turnaround, price came down from all-time highs, bounced here out of this fair value gap. This is a quarterly fair value gap. I'll explain that in another video. Bounced here. We hit this other fair value gap, which is a weekly one. And now we're inside on the quarter. I am watching this. We broke this downtrend here as well. Well, technically we still got some resistance above. We broke the downtrend sort of inside on the quarter. I'm watching for a move above this high of this candle, which is 55.96. It's right here, 55.96. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that as a 3, 2 up on the quarter, and I'm looking at the 60 or the 65 calls. So that's the trade right there, but let me break it down a little. Okay, so we're on the quarter. Let's go to the 1 month. The 1 month, if you notice, the 1 month had a 2-2 reversal here off of this fair value gap. This is a monthly fair value gap. I believe this was a weekly fair value gap. I'll get into that later. But whatever, all you need to know, this is the area of interest right here where buyers, where we have buyers. These little zones is where this one will probably have sellers there. The green ones we have buyers. But on the month, we came down, we had a 2-2 reversal, and we took out the highs over here. So now what I'm watching is for the quarter to go 3-2 over right here over 55.96. On the week, and we're at this point of interest right here. This is what I'm watching for a breakup. And then 2-day chart. These are just all the time frames I look at stuff. And look at 4-day, currently inside on the 4-day, but the new candle won't start till the 18th. So most likely this could be a 2 up, or it could turn into a 2 down, or it could stay inside. Regardless, the level I'm watching for is this one right here, 55.96. I am looking at these contracts over here, which are the June 21st $60 calls, maybe even the $65 calls, or the August 16th, 65, $60 calls. Over here, we got the December $65 calls and the January $60 calls. Let's take a look at the option chain. So I said June 21st, which is right here. We got the $60 calls. They're about 200 a piece. Delta of 35 on these, which is what I like. That's why I want to get them. The theta you hear says negative 1 point something. I don't know why this platform shows it like that, but that's uh, yeah. Well, I'll explain that later. But we got a delta of 35 on the 60s, a delta of 20 on the 65s, and they're about a buck. The other ones are the August 16th. The 60s are about 300. The 65s are at about almost 200, but we got a delta of 40 on the 60s. So I'm looking at those. And if you really want to play it safe and ride the long-term trend that may come, you can go further out here and grab these over here, these which are the December 2024 65s and the January 17th 65s as well. These will move nicer. So a little trick I use to see how much my options can gain in value is, so let's say I'm grabbing these $65 calls, right? I look at the call that's in the money, the first call in the money, I look at what's that worth. So if price comes down here and puts my contract in the money, my contract's gonna go from this right here, which is about 370, the mid price, to about a mid price of 730, which is about 100% gain. And that's yeah, price could keep going. It could put my calls more deep in the money, making them more expensive. But yeah, that's a little trick I use to see what the options could gain in value. Here, the 65s could go from a buck to about 4 or over 100% gain. The twos here, yeah, 60s, they'll go from about 200 to about 4 something, so about 100% gain. So that's one of the ones I wanted to look. The other one, so AEM, break over 55.96. Again, I like the chart. As I said, it goes with XLB, which is just made all-time highs. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Bear with me. If there's anything I'm missing out, leave it in the comments. Anything I should include. You can see here, XLB. This is a quarterly chart again, the 3-month. The moving averages that I use, the blue one is the 10 EMA, and the green one is the 20 SMA. Simple moving average 20, exponential moving average 10, the blue one. And I use these for trend. If you notice price, when it's on an uptrend, the 10 EMA will be over the 20 EMA. Price, you can use it as a support. And if it breaks that one, you can always watch for the 20, which is the green one. Use that as a support. Keep riding it. See, it respected it. This one, it came down, but we got right back in it. Held here. Yeah, I'm noticing price went to a fair value gap right there. Respected it right there. Yeah, so this is XLB, AEM. That's one of the ones I wanted to show. The other one is Lululemon. I like Lululemon here. Only thing with these is the spreads on the option chain isn't all that. They're a bit expensive, but Lululemon looks good. This is the 1 hour. You see, we were in a downtrend. Our side here made price didn't go down. It didn't break this low, and the R side got oversold, which is good, meaning price got oversold and it didn't make a lower low, which is good. We want that. We just broke above this trend line here, and we're seeming to hold here. This is a 1 hour time frame. Just broke above this trend line. Price is holding here. We got a 3-2. What I would watch for tomorrow is a 3-2-2 reversal over 465.74, aiming for 467. than these highs over here. I do think this is gonna move soon. I think this one's ready to go. This is the quarterly chart on Lululemon. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, stock is definitely in an uptrend. Looks good. We're inside on the quarter. Last quarter they went 3. Take a look at the 2 months. I always look at these different time frames because the bars, the data is gonna present itself different on different time frames. So I look at all the time frames, make sure I'm not missing anything. I look for things to line up on different time frames, certain levels, and that always, yeah, I can see on the month we had a 1-2 down. So one of the rev strats is a 1-2-2 reversal, which is a 1-2 down, and then this 2 up, boom, over here for the high. So I know on the month, I'm gonna put an alert there for monthly 1-2-2 up. And at that point, I would go for the highs, the chart, which is 5. So maybe I will look, because these are expensive, as I said. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the option chain on Lululemon. Again, if I'm doing a poor job of this video, just leave some comments, and yeah, they'll get better. So this is Lululemon. Actually, before we look at the option chain, let's finish looking at the chart. We got 2 week, do the 2 week. You see how we're inside as well. We're inside here on the 2 week, so we could break over what's high. Okay, so in this situation where we have the level of last week here at 474.17, and then here we know this is the monthly 1-2-2. Since these levels are so close, I wouldn't put an alert at this one here because price could possibly come up and then come back down because this could act as a resistance, this right here. So I want to know if price can get above the monthly, this one right here, which is why I put an alarm there, an alert there. This is the 2 week. We know we could possibly get a 2-1-2 over this, or at least 491, 191, and then like I said, the highs. Look at the 1 week. Yeah, on the 1 week, we have 2-2-2. Yeah, and alright, we still haven't quite broke this downtrend right here, but you can see we're kind of. So I want to know. This is the weekly. I want to know when we're above this right here on the week, which is kind of where we're at right now. Just so you know, I always do my white lines are my entries and my yellow lines are my targets. So that's the 1 week. So far we looked at the quarterly, the monthly, the 2 month, the 2 week, the weekly. Gotta want to look at all these time frames, get as much confluence as we can on all of them. Here, kind of seeing this pattern, which is a bullish pattern, which should usually, nothing is guaranteed in trading, but most of the, but we can go off historical data and such. And usually this pattern here leads out to a breakout to the upside. Could pull back, headed for all-time highs. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, you get the gist. So this is the 2 day. What we got on the 2 day? 2 day, we don't got much going on. We got to get over this right here. Marking these levels as resistance so we can know what we got to get over. We'll take a look at the charts now. At the option chain, matter of fact. But yeah, the chart on Lululemon to me looks good. I like it. This chart doesn't have any moving averages, so let's take a look at it with moving averages. So I like to see where everything is at. I might not go so much based off just that, look at other things, but I like to see what other people are looking at, what they might be going based off. To here we have price consolidating, and the moving average is held, and we got the breakout to the upside. So they do come in handy. On the 2 day, the 10 is still not above the 20. On the week, the 10 stayed above the 20. As price pulled back, it came. But if you notice, where is my blue price line? Hold on. Yeah, there we are. The 20 right now is at 465.11, and the 10 is right under it at 464 on the 1 week. But it does look good. I do like that recovery shape right there. 2 week, we already took a look at this. 2 week, we got a possible 2, 1, 2. If we can take out this high right here at 474.36. But we also have this right here at 478. So what we really want to watch is 478, so we can at least get to 490. Because yeah, we could watch for 474, but then we might only get to 478. If we watch for 478, then we know for sure we're going to at least 490. Let's take a look at the option chain now. Take a look at the daily, see what the moving averages are. Okay, so yeah, we do have the 10 here above the 20, the blue above the green. Had a 2-2 reversal to the upside today. So let's see levels over here. Trying to see if I spot any fair value gaps to watch out for, because these are levels where price could reverse. We're coming up on one that could add like resistance. As you see in the past, price came down, came into the zone, rejected, came into the zone, rejected. Now we're coming back into the zone again. If we could, it might reject somewhere here, but at least hold in the zone and then continue to the upside. But let's take a look at the option chain. Okay, so let's actually mark some dates first. So usually 721. I always mark these vertical lines because it kind of gives me an idea of how much time I may have for the trade to play out. So here I know I have at least this much space on the chart for the price to get to wherever strike price I'm calling. And like I said, spread on LULU's June 21st. I'm sorry, July 19th is where I marked. You see the options on this are expensive. This is $4,000, So if you want to get something cheaper, you gotta go like this is one standard deviation out of the money, that blue line. This is a second standard deviation out of the money. We gotta go two standard deviations out of the money if you want to find some affordable contracts. So a stock like this is something you play when you got kind of deep pockets. These option contracts are worth the thousands when you go out, which is the best way to play options for me. Let's see what these over here are closer. We only got 16 days on this expiration. This over here, this is the implied volatility, 69% calculated on the stock. This is the dollar move calculated on the stock by this date. So by March 28th, they're calculating a $58 move, 57.93 dollar move with 69% implied volatility. So if we come closer March 28th, we still got to go pretty far out to be able to afford these. So this may not be something I would recommend for everyone. This is something I would recommend somebody who can afford the expensive contracts because they're worth it and they will increase in value. So March 28th is right here. We don't really have much, only 16 days to get price in the 500s. Price doesn't actually have to go to the 500s for you to profit um off of these out of the money puts, but the problem is the delta and the theta on these. See, this has a delta of 19, delta of 16, 15. That's really low delta and a really high theta because the date is short. I will go with June 21st. And I would really play I would have to play the 520s, 35 delta. I don't like to go under anything less than 30 delta, 35. So I would play with these, not a lot of volume on them though. They have open interest, but not a lot of volume. How's the spread? It's a $400 spread on these from 2060, what people want to buy them at, and people are selling at 2100. So that's about a $40 spread. Yeah. $40 spread on these will be 2080. $40, not $400. Sorry. So LULU looks good, but again, contracts are expensive. That is a shame. That chart looks good. Let's take another look at another one, and then I'll wrap things up. Um, FCX is one that I was watching as well. Looking for a move over here to the 45s on FCX. One second. So 6 month charts. See what we're doing here. The indicators are doing. We're over 50. I look at the overside to be over 50 for strength, which is good. Let's look at the quarter. This is 6 month chart. Let's look at the quarterly chart. I'm going to clear all these drawings. So currently on the quarter, we're inside. Last quarter was a 2 down because we broke the low of this candle. So this was a 2 down. When a candle breaks the high of a candle, it's a 2 up. When it breaks the low of a candle, it's a 2 down. So last quarter was a 2 down. This quarter, we're currently inside. Over 43.26, we'll get the 2-2 on the quarter. But we only have this month left, March. As again, April 1st, this new candle starts here for a new quarter. So in March, looking to get over 43.26, and that'll get us to 50. This stock, let me see what the volume on. Average volume about 8 million. So yeah, it has the volume to play calls on it. The ATR is about $1, which is the average to range, how much stock moves. It's not much, but it can be profitable. Freeport Morgan. This is another one that is non-energy minerals, other metals and minerals, um, connected to XLB, the materials the material sector. Again, I looked through all these sectors. What I wanted, and I want to see what are the strong sectors. This is the communication services. We got XLE. I'm actually on a trade in XLE $90 calls because it does look good. Think Energy, British Energy, XLF financials have been doing good as well. You can see all-time highs, uptrend. Industrials, again, technology. So I look within these sectors. XLRE, this one was still a bit away from all-time highs. I've been trying to play SPG, which is a real estate stock, but it's taking long to move. But I know it will move. So I look at all the sectors, try to look utilities. Looks like it's setting up here in a quarter. Healthcare, all-time highs. Consumer discretionary, I was watching this one as well, and oil. So XLB, I was looking at this, making all-time highs currently on the quarter. I was looking for stocks within it that are lacking, that haven't yet done what the others are doing and want to catch up, so we can catch those. On the FCX though, I am watching the $45 calls. Here we have this downtrend. We did break out of this downtrend on this one here. RSI on the daily had a bullish divergence again. Price here. RSI here did not make a lower low, and price did make a lower low. We also have this right here. So this is bullish when price goes down, but the RSI does not. That is bullish. That's good. We want to see that. So yeah, FCX, MACD looks good too. FCX already broke out here. I'm waiting for a retest to get in, and I am watching this level right here. We can get a pullback right here. It's at 40. We can get a pullback into the 39s and hold, or to the 10 EMA. I would like to enter. I don't like entering right now because it already took off. The RSI is not that hot. It's at 60, so it could still be a good entry on a lower time frame. So we had a 322 here, but time ran out and it couldn't finish. 322s usually, when you play a 322, what you want is So this is the current candle. You got a 3, you got a 2 down, and as this bar is playing out, let me see if I could actually replay this for you guys. All right, so this is the bar replay. So okay, we got this 2 here. Let's say this candle closed right here. So this is a 4-hour chart. So now in the next candle, you're gonna want a break over the high of this candle, which is 40.41, and you would aim at the high of the 3, which is 41.12, or right here, candle body or the wick. So 40.61 or 41.12 is how you want to play the 3-2-2. As you can see, we had a 3-2-2 here. We had a 3, a 2 down, and then the 2. It was pretty short though, because the break was here and the target was right there. But that's how 3-2-2s work. Let me see if I can find another one. We'll get to it later. But yeah, just wanted to explain that. We got the 3-2-2 here on the 4-hour. So you would have got in. Boom, when that candle broke over right there, you would have got in and you would have targeted these highs. Ran out of time though, and it only got about got to 40.50. The entry was 40.41. 40.41 and it got to 40.50. Still play out. That would have been a good entry there. I'm pretty sure there's a very good value gap here somewhere that it was retesting. Yeah, we had this bigger time frame fair value gap that it respected here and bounced off. The 1 hour. I usually don't like to look at it with the extended hours. I usually look at it with this. Just less noise and it works better for the strategy I use, which is the strat. On the 1 hour, we got a 1, 2, 2, but not in the order we wanted. So yeah, I would look for an entry back at this zone over here in the 38, 40s, maybe here. Maybe we test this level here. Maybe we test 39, some type of support around here. I'm watching that one too, FCX, and for that one, again, it was the $45 calls. I'm targeting the highs. The highs on this are over here, $46, right? And if you notice, we kind of have a cup and handle pattern right here, kind of forming. And then once we break here, we should run. I like FCX. Really like FCX. Watching for entry on this. Has actually 50 on this. So yeah, targeting 45, 46. As it only moves $1 a day, I will go with the farther out calls on this though. Let's look. So yeah, I would go with the farther out day. Let's see. Price is currently at 40 and we want to target 45. This one right here, we have the $5. So yeah, June 21st. And look, they're not bad at all. The 45s are at $1.60. Delta of 33. Theta of uh, I gotta figure out how to read the ones here. Because if you look at the ones on Robinhood, it shows it to you differently. But Tasty Words, Tasty Trade, I mean, this platform here is a platform like pretty much dedicated to options. So I would trust them more than Robinhood. So we're looking at the June 21st. I already had this one on my watch list. The delta on this is 34, and the theta here is 0.0159. If we look at it, right, this is the June 21st, $45 calls, 34.57, 0.0159. But if we look at it on Tasty Trades, June 21st, $45 calls, we got 0.33 delta and a negative 1.46 theta. I got to figure out how that, but regardless, I would trust this site more than Robinhood as this is more strictly options. But these right here don't look bad. The 45s, yeah, even the 42s, which is just $1 out of the money, these will move good. As the stock goes